Hello, hello, hello. This is Fredo and welcome back to Stoneblock for episode 18. And today we're gonna continue the quests. We got all the quests done, and I've got done a lot of automation behind the scenes. As you can see, I'm holding a drawer full of void flame fuel. Because today we are going to crystallize time with the time crystal in the world engine for now. I do want to make the timey-wimey chicken, but we need awakened draconium for that, and that's not something we have available yet. However, we do have fluxite and we do have entrocrystals. I made a system where we never run out of entrocrystals. So just so you know, if you have a budding entrocrystal, it will deteriorate over time. You can't make a flawless one like with the Certus one. So you continuously have to make entrocrystals. Now you can fix it by having a fixer underneath it and feeding it ender dust. However, that is not a guarantee it will. You see if there's the fixer. That's not a guarantee it will not break, because it's quite RNG with how much it deteriorates, how quickly it repairs. So it can break even though you're constantly trying to fix it. So what I have done, if it breaks, I've placed also a clicker and a placer here. So if it breaks, the placer will place a fluix block and it will be clicked with another entro seed, and it will automatically make a new budding entro seed crystal thing. And then it will just go into this drawer forever and ever. I do need to make a void upgrade or get a void upgrade. There we go. Just to make sure that we're not getting thousands of crystals lying around. That's gonna hurt us in the long run. So yeah, that's basically how I set it up. And so that's one part of making the time crystal. So I always now will have entrocrystals. The fluxite we were already making for our Oratech setup. So I should have fluxite. Yeah, we've got 192 in the system, so that's fine. And to make the void flame fuel, I've set up the whole automation line for the Just Dire thing setup. And I bought a watch of flowing time. I made the pedestal. By this time, it's a very easy recipe, by the way. So it speedily will make either blocks of coal for us or make all the fluids, because it's quite an intensive process, and I didn't want to bore you people with me building this, because it's but basically, if we want now something from Dire, Just Dire things, like now let's ask for some void flame coal. Let's say we want 10 void flame coals. It will quickly make all the coals, break it off. In the meantime, it will try to make the fluids if necessary. Does it need to make that? It doesn't need to make the fluids, I think. Because that's when you make the fuel. But as you can see, with the watch of flowing time nearby, it just speeds it up and quickly makes everything. And it can be faster, I think. I do not think 2 watches will speed it up even more. You could try it. Bought 3 watches. You can just buy it Oh, but I need to make another pedestal. I don't have another pedestal. But yeah, that's basically it. This middle one keeps feeding the goo to keep it alive. And then it's just a block placer and a block breaker. And the same goes for these things. It's just a fluid placer, a fluid fluid collector that collects polymorphic fluid. And then a dropper that basically turns the water into polymorphic fluid if it needs to be. So that's how I made the whole system. And then I think we're already done. Oh no, you're... Yeah, I do have sometimes some problems with the system. Not quite... Oh, it's waiting for everything to get out of the barrel. Oh, that's good to see that that's happening then. Just need some acceleration cards here. Okay, that's a good thing to see. Basically, what's happening, this guy is not keeping up with the contents of the barrel. So, with an acceleration card, that's already fixed. And there's the 10 void flame fuel. And the same goes, I can request void flame fuel instead of the coal and make it. But for now, I've got the fluid drawer with it. And we have entro crystals and stuff. So that means we could make some time crystals. Now I need the time crystals to make this guy, the Chronon Resonator. And we need to make the Chronon battery. And first we need at least 8 time crystals. So that's why I needed the void flame fuel. So let's hop over to the world engine and make that. Hop. I should have... Okay, we should get Chronon... I mean Fortron in the one... There, that should get the fort. There. And then get the void flame fuel in here. There we go. And now we should be able to get some fluxite. Let's do a lot. Let's do as much as possible. And the other one is the entro crystals. Just make a bunch of time crystals. Because I feel these are also for a lot of other recipes. Are they also to make time fluid, and time fluid is something we also need at one point. But that's going to be when we may have the time chicken. However, we cannot make the time chicken just yet, because tier 9 chicken seed requires awakened draconium. We're not there yet, and I think if we open up the quest, it will lead us automatically to the draconium. Right, I'm just gonna leave this cook a little bit. And we'll see what more we need. To make first this part of the bed. Okay. Oh, this is an easy time steal. Okay, that needs energized steel from Bawa. Okay, so let's make a Let's get a stack of that as well. There we go. Let's go back to the world engine. There we go. And we finished all the fluid. Okay, time steel, that seemed like it just needed. Okay, that goes in really quickly, that's fine. Okay, so does that mean I can now make you? You want 2 of these. And that's not that hard to make. Okay, Chronon battery achieved. We need source and we need shoal fire. 20,000 source. That's not much. Okay, let me get everything and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I think I've got everything. Got the shoal fire in, got 20,000 source in, got the Vortron going in. Let's just try to make this thing. What am I missing? The battery. Where did the no. Oh, it went in here. Ah. The Draconic cores went into the wrong slot. Let me just get the shoal fire back in here. There we go. We can take that back. And get these 2 back as well. So, that should mean we should now have the... Yeah, there it was. There was. Chronon Resonator. Quest completed. Okay, let me put you back in your place. So we can make more shoal. There we go. That means we got this quest done. Speak to the Wormrite. Okay, let's go to the Wormrite. You can now open a gateway to the Fractured Void. The end of your journey draws near, my friend. That's really it for me this time. Go meet the Ascended Echoborn and finish what we have started. Shall we? It doesn't do anything. This Chronon battery can now open this. Did it give me something? Am I... Did you... Oh, you gave me something. That's why I didn't... Okay. Not enough Chronon control. Requires 5.0. What? Oh, now it works. Ooh, oh god. We are on the event horizon of a black hole. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Insurrection prevented by claim. Okay. It's interesting that there's a... Right, let's check the quests. What are the quests saying to us? Meet Chaos. Okay, let's meet Chaos. Radiance, Infinity, Chaos. So you are Chaos.
A human? Here? Well, that's improbable. You should have been torn apart the moment you entered the void. And yet, I detect my counterpart in this. So, they found a way to reach me after all, despite all my warnings. Always so defiant. Always refusing to listen to me just because I was the younger one. Typical. Well, since you made it here, I'll just have to trust my counterpart knows what they're doing. We've been holding this realm together for what feels like forever. Time doesn't flow right here. It stretches endlessly, twisting around the event horizon. Every second the void pushes harder and harder, and every second we push back. I don't know how much longer we can hold it, or how much of our knowledge the work thingamajigger will even retain when all of this eventually ends. Now listen up. The awakened draconic core must be restored if you wish to upgrade your world engine. It was the most ingenious invention of our species, a capacitor capable of storing infinite amounts of energy. You will have to combine several hundred individual alloys into blocks before we can assemble it. Once that's done, you return to me, and I'll assemble it myself. We must do whatever it takes to stop this collapse.
Tier 8 Draconic Energy Core. Holy moly. I guess we speak to Radiance as well. So it wants us to start to set up fusion. I think that's okay. Now, hello.
Astonishing. I did not expect a human to withstand the collapse of the void. That alone confirms you were chosen. Furthermore, the draconic device in your possession tells me the work protocol has selected you, which means your purpose aligns with ours, though your lifespan remains far more limited. My tasks will not be simple. While your world engine already channels a considerable amount of void energy, no echo has studied the void as intimately as I have. My upgrade will allow you to fully infuse its unrestrained power into your world engine. Prolonged exposure to the void's event horizon has enabled me to replicate its properties under controlled conditions. You must first create a black hole by accelerating particles with enough force to compress neutrons into a solid state. Using these neutron piles, you can convert nuclear waste into a substance that, when supplied with an immense amount of energy, transforms into fluid antimatter. When solidified antimatter and red matter collide under sufficient force, a miniature black hole will form. Finally, you must contain the black hole within a vessel made with an awakened draconic alloy, the only material capable of enduring such raw power. You will also need a solidified dark matter base to stabilize it within the world engine. Once you return, I will speak with the others to determine the optimal position for its integration into your world engine.
Okie dokie. What do you sell? Nothing. I first need to do quests. Wow. Okay. She was talking about awakened draconium, so I feel, and this is going to be a very intensive quest because antimatter is a whole big mechanism quest. Yeah, I feel we're going to start on the left side, and for this episode are going to try to get fusion crafting done, though it requires replica ingots from raw replica. How do we get raw replica? We only get that from getting other rock from the dimensionalist. Okay, so we need to set up a few automations here to get everything going. Why is there a little tiny hole here? Is this something I shouldn't be going in, or? Nah, I think it's just decoration. It's a beautiful structure. I don't know who made this, but this is amazing. Immediately I recognize it as the event horizon of a black hole. Yeah, so let's get home. And we are now, after all this fighting and stuff, we are getting into a lot, and I mean a lot of crafting. I also want to get to the draconium so we can make the tiny wimey chicken and get into the last chickens. Okay, let's see what you have. So to craft items, draconic, you need fusion crafting. Fusion crafting must be in the middle of the setup. Placed towards the 2 core bugs. A redstone signal to start. To upgrade the Wyvern fusion injectors, you will need at least 8 draconium injectors placed around the core. Right-click each item. The injectors need to craft the upgrade. Each injector will also need power. With all items placed in the injectors, you can place the main item in the core. Should start once it has red notice signal. Okay. Automation for this one is going to be hard. But thank God I have got another wall open for that. So let me do a lot of crafting and preparing, and I'll take you on the trip when we get to the cores.